It's a hard thing to know that your soul will stay hollow. Even if I know that nothing lasts forever, it's not easy to let go.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Courtney and this is Creative on the Cheap, where I like to do budget-friendly DIYs and home decor. Today's video is super special because it is a collaboration with the very talented Christina Elizabeth. If you are not familiar with her channel, she has a channel full of awesome DIYs that you definitely need to go and check out. Today what we're going to be doing is showing you some DIY Valentine gift ideas. So not only will these make your gift a little more special, it'll hopefully also save a little bit in that budget. If you are from Christina's channel, welcome. I hope you will consider sticking around by hitting the subscribe button and the bell. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for monthly challenges, bonus DIYs, bargain shopping finds, behind the scenes, and I'm also now on Twitter at creativeonthecheap. Stop there, don't add the word cheap. All those links will be down below. Now without further ado, let's get into today's DIY and make sure you go check out Christina's and let her know you're visiting from my channel. All right, let's go. For the first DIY, I'm going to be using one of these hearts from this little sign that I got from Dollar Tree. Now, I've decided I'm going to go ahead and take the glitter off of this sign, even though this side will technically be the bottom, but this is my trick for getting off glitter. I hate glitter. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. If you didn't know, well, now you know. I use Goo Gone, spray it on the glitter, and then I just take a scraper, and it is so easy. It just clumps up and comes right off. You can wipe it off. This is the easiest way to take off that pesky Dollar Tree glitter. Once I get all the glitter off, this side will actually become the bottom, but I just didn't want it to be rough in any way. I wanted this to be able to sit flat on a surface, so that is why I chose to take off the glitter. The next step is to go ahead and paint the heart. I'm going to be using some of this Waverly plaster paint, and I'm just going to give it one good coat on the front and the back. While my heart dries, I'm going to start working on my little tower blocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going through and marking, and I'm just alternating on the ends of these, doing red hearts and pink hearts. There's a total of 21 blocks. 3 of them are going to be anchored to my base, so that actually leaves 19 blocks for, no that's not, 18, sorry. Bad math skills, 18 blocks for you to write your little messages on. So I'm just going to go through and mark on both ends of these so that I have cute little hearts on my tower blocks. My base is dry, so now I'm just going to take a pencil first, and I'm just going to write I love you because ... in pencil, and then I will go back with a black Sharpie. Now I'm ready to go ahead and glue my base down. I'm going to be using this DAP Rapid Fuse. It was a sample that I was given to at Creativation, and it acts like a super glue, so it is just going to dry it. It has a 30-second set time, so the bottom 3 I will glue down with that. You could use hot glue if you wanted to. I just wanted my pieces to be super flat against my base. And then what you're going to do is start writing your little notes on the bottom side of each Jenga block. So as the block is facing you and the heart's facing you, you want to write, here I'm showing you, on the bottom. I did a tester using the Sharpie marker, and it did bleed quite a bit, so I'm just using a black ballpoint pen, and it works great. So there you go. You write whatever your little message is, and then they would be able to read it. So once that's done, this project is finished. For the next DIY, I'm going to be using a candle that I picked up from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to start by taking a pencil, and I'm simply just going to lightly press the pencil in there and kind of sketch out a heart to get the shape. And then once I've done that, I'm going to take this little wooden tool. Guys, I don't know where I got this. I'm sorry, I cannot refer you or push you into any certain direction, but I'm just going to use this to kind of start engraving into the candle, I guess you could call it, or whittling it away. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm just going to outline the shape of the heart, and then I will continue to go in and push it till I get a nice groove, kind of like if you were, you know, etching out on a tree, or kind of like I did in that tutorial where I did the wood burned little wood slices. You just want to carve out a heart, and then I will go in and do the letters, an S for my husband Spence, a plus sign, and then a C for Courtney. The very last step is to go ahead and fill in the grooves with some sort of paint marker. Now, Dollar Tree had these glitter paint markers that I'd never seen before, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. And I was actually pleasantly surprised with how well they worked. However, what they called gold was more of a mustard yellow, in my opinion, so I didn't film it, but after I did this part, I went back in with more of a gold paint pen, and then the last step I did was I had a little wooden tag that I had gotten from Target, and I just wrote a little message, and then that was the end of this cute little sentimental candle. For the third DIY, we'll be making some hand warmers, and what I'm going to be using is just some fabric that I had on hand, 2 different fabrics, and what I'm going to end up doing is just kind of freehanding, cutting out some hearts. So I'm going to fold a piece in half, and then I'm going to trim off the extra little piece, decide basically how big my hearts are going to be, and then I'm going to fold it on top of itself. And what this allows me to do, just like that, fold it on top, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut from the bottom and just make a heart shape, and this will end up giving me 2 hearts the same size at one time, because this is just how lazy people do it. I know if you're a sewer, this is not the most efficient way, I'm fully aware of that, but it's easy and it works. I will repeat the process with my second piece of fabric, and I'm actually going to use the first hearts that I cut out kind of as a guide so that both of these end up being about the same size. And then once this is cut out, I have 2 more hearts, and then I'm going to take a piece of just neutral colored fabric, and I'm cutting 2 rectangular pieces off. Now it's time to attach your 2 heart pieces together, and I'm just going to be using this Aleene's tacky glue. You can use a fabric glue. You certainly could sew it if you wanted to. I would not recommend using hot glue because these will be going in the microwave to be warmed up. So I'm just going to go around the edges, and then when I get to the tip or the bottom of each heart, I'm going to leave an open gap so that I'll be able to fill it with my scented rice. While the hearts are drying, I'm going to prep my rice. So here I've got about 2 cups of sushi rice. It doesn't have to be sushi rice. We just bought a whole ton of it at Costco, and I needed to use it up. And then I'm going to be using 20 drops of essential oils, and I chose the peppermint scent because it's my favorite scent, but you could do vanilla, you could do, I mean, any scent you want, eucalyptus, whatever you want to do. Just mix it up really, really good, and then we'll be ready to go ahead and fill our hearts. Now we're we're ready to fill these hearts up. Now on this first heart, I would recommend using a funnel if you have that. Now, I chose the messy route. Had I realized I could just push the bowl underneath this, I would not have made a huge mess like I'm making right now. But that's okay, art is messy, what can I say? So I'm gonna fill this up, and then the key, once you get this rice in here, is you don't wanna fill it all the way to the tip of the heart. You need some space. So it's about a thumb's width at the tip, and you just want to go ahead and go in with your glue and then seal it up. And as you can see, when I push my thumb down there, there's no rice in the tip. What this does is it allows for when you heat it in the microwave, you can shake up the rice inside and you won't end up with hot spots. You definitely don't want to burn your hands. You just want to warm them up, folks. While the heart is drying, now we're ready to go ahead and stamp out on our little rectangular pieces of fabric. And what I decided to stamp out, and I'm just using a regular black ink and some stamps that I got at Tuesday morning, I'm stamping out cold hands on one of the rectangular pieces of fabric, and the other one is going to say warm heart, and then I have a little heart stamp that I'll add as well. So once this is stamped out, then I'm going to go in and fray the edges of these pieces of fabric a little bit, and then I'm going to glue them down to my hearts using that same fabric glue. Once these little labels are attached, you've got yourself some awesome little hand warmers. All right, we are moving into this next tutorial here. Before I do that, I wanted to jump on kind of real time and just talk about this product very quickly. So this is Transfer Artist Paper by C&T Publishing. I have never worked with this before, but this was given to me when I went to that Creativation conference. And basically what it is, it's iron-on transfer sheets. And it says that you can, as long as you have an inkjet printer, you can transfer any image with a hot iron. So you would need this and an iron to make this work. So inside you get these transfer sheets. Now one side, I don't know if you can tell on camera, has this little purple thing. It says Transfer Artist Paper. It's kind of sheen and it's got little purple polka dots. The other side is plain white. This is the side that you want your image to go on. So when you run it through your printer, you just want to make sure your image is on this. And the key to this is however you want your image to look, whether it's text or a picture, you need to reverse it like this. So you kind of have to invert it and make it go backwards, and again on the white side. So I just wanted to come on and kind of show this a little more detail. They give you directions here. I will link it down below. Like I said, first time using it, but I'm excited to try it out. And so let's get on with this tutorial. Once your image is printed on the paper, you want to go in and cut it out. Now, this controller is white, so I'm not worried about the white on the inside because the actual graphic was white. But, like for instance, the letters of the name, if I leave any of that white transfer paper, when you go to press it, you will see the tint of the adhesive. It explains it better in the directions, so just make sure when you're trimming out your design that you are getting any of the extra transfer paper off of your design that you don't want there. Now you're ready to press your design down. So you want to make sure that your image is face down on top of whatever product you're using to put the image on. So I've turned these down. Then I'm going to take some parchment paper to put between the image and my iron. My iron is set on the highest heat, no steam, and you're just going to go and press it down. It does not take that long to get it set on your product that you're ironing onto. So just kind of circular motions, press the heat, and then you'll be able to remove the little white papers. You can remove the backing of the transfer paper, either hot or cold, it says, and it recommends if you do hot to use tweezers. the last thing I decided to do was just to go ahead and add some Hershey Kisses to each of these, and I think they make super cute little containers to give some sweet treats at Valentine's Day.
It's a hard thing to know that you're so
Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And again, if you're from Christina's channel, I'm so happy you are here. I hope you will consider sticking around. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!